Hello, good evening, and welcome to another Tuesday night Instagram Live. Tonight, we are going to be talking all about Instagram highlights, what they are, and how you can make the most of them and really maximize their impact. But before I get started, hello and welcome to everybody who is joining me. You guys, of course, over here are on Instagram, and you guys over here are watching me potentially on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. I am all over the place. So please do say hello to me and let me know where in the world are you watching me from, and are you a new viewer or are you a regular that joins me every single Tuesday night? I love to know who is watching and where you're at in your Instagram journey. So for those of you that are joining me for the first time, let me introduce myself, and I allow you guys to in the comments as well. So please do let me know who you are, where you're watching me from, and what it is that you do. So my name is Estelle Keeber. I am one of the UK's leading Instagram experts. And I am super passionate about helping other business owners in understanding how they can make more impact on Instagram in less time. And that is exactly what we do in tonight's Instagram Live every single Tuesday night. If you are brand new to this, you can make sure that you set a reminder, because I'm going to keep you for no more than 10 or 15 minutes. But I guarantee that I'm going to teach you something that is going to take a few minutes to implement, but really make an impact when it comes to growing your business on Instagram. And like I mentioned, tonight I am talking all about Instagram highlights, because for me, they are one of the most amazing features on Instagram. They have been around for absolutely ages. And they're one of the things that are usually quite forgotten. Like, there's so many new features that are coming out. Instagram highlights are sometimes a little bit forgotten. So today I just want to shine a bit of a light on Instagram highlights and really just explain what they are and how you can be really making the most of them in your business. So let me know in the comments, are you using your Instagram highlights right now? And for those of you that are thinking, what the hell are Instagram highlights? Well, let me start at the beginning. Instagram highlights, you may see when you go to somebody's account, you're going to have their bio, and then underneath that, you may see some circles. Now, these are your highlights. They're not on your account without you putting them there. You may have one circle with a little plus in, but they're not going to be there unless you have already created them. And sometimes people create them and don't even realize that they have created them. So what are Instagram highlights? They are exactly like they say on the tin. They are your opportunity to highlight the most important things that you want to share. Now, the only downside to this is you have to share to your stories first. So we all know that when you share to your Instagram stories, your content is only there for 24 hours. It kind of goes on a cycle and then it disappears after 24 hours. Well, the best thing about Instagram highlights is the fact that you can save your stories into a highlight. So think of these as, small photo albums maybe of your best bits. So once you've shared something into your Instagram stories, you can then click on the three dots at the bottom and it will give you a list of other options. Now, this is where you want to select highlight. Now, once you've selected that you want to highlight that story, it will then ask you which highlight you want to put it in. So if you're creating highlights for the first time, you can create yourself a highlight, you can name it. You can even add your own cover image. So you may see on some people's accounts, they look really pretty, they're all organized. This is because they have covers on the highlights. But without getting too overcomplicated, the most important thing is that you actually have some highlights. So now you know what highlights are. You know that you can add things to a highlight after you've shared it into your Instagram stories. Instagram highlights will stay there until you delete them, okay? So they're not going to disappear like your Instagram stories do. So once you've shared your story, you can then choose to add that to a highlight. So what sort of things should you be putting into your highlights? Well, like I said, they do exactly what they say on the tin. They are highlights. This is where you have the opportunity to really highlight something that you want your followers to see. This is going to come up when they come to your account. So like I said, it's underneath your text, your bio, but it's just above where your main feed is. So if somebody is coming to your account for the first time, they're going to go through for a scroll through your content, but they're going to see these highlights at the top. So this is where we want to stop people in their tracks. We want them to look at your highlights. So a couple of the things that you can be putting into your highlights, I would definitely recommend there is something there that explains a little bit about who you are, who your business is, or your brand or your message, so that there's something there that people can connect with that tells them exactly who you are as soon as they come to your account. The other thing that you can use your highlights for, you can put in your best products, so your best selling products. You could put links to your products in there. You could even categorize your products if you wanted to give them a highlight each. One of the other things that's really cool to put in your highlights is reviews or testimonials or results, because this is where people can then simply click really, really quickly to see exactly what it is that you can offer them. So, the reviews, the testimonials, people actually seeing results or word of mouth marketing from other people. So this is super simple. If we think of a review or a testimonial, we all get messages, regardless of whatever business you're in. Hopefully, you guys will be getting messages that say, thank you so much for your XYZ or your product or your service. It was amazing. And this is why. Literally just screenshotting that, sharing it into your stories, and then adding that to a highlight is going to boost what people think of you and your business, because they're going to be able to see very easily what other people who have worked with you think of you and your product or your service. So it's a brilliant way for you to be really drawing attention to the things that are important. So this is why they're called highlights, and they're called highlights for a reason, because they are to highlight the best bits of your content. Now, you may be like me, somebody who is a little bit of a seasoned pro when it comes to Instagram, and you may already have your highlights. If that is the case, I have a little bit of a task for you as well. Now, I have highlights. I didn't really realize how many highlights I had until today. Now, I would recommend, I don't know, maybe you have between 5 and 10 that really show the best bits that you want people to see about your business. I, however, must have about 30 different highlights. So my highlights go right the way back about 5 years. And so today was a perfect lesson for me. I've gone back through, I've added things to my highlights, which means it bumps those highlights back to the front of the queue. So like I said, you have a whole row. You can create as many highlights as you want, but every time you add to a highlight, it then pushes that highlight to the front. If you head on over to my account at Estelle Keeber Official and you check out my highlights, you are probably going to see that at the front, there is now, I think it is press and media. So I've added a few bits to the press and media highlight of all the different things that I've been featured in over the last few weeks. There is a results tab, I think, that I've added to. And there was something else as well. I've definitely pushed forward 3 highlights today. So if you are somebody that is already using highlights and you're thinking, well, actually, I just want to tweak it up a little bit, then this is perfect for you. Go through your highlights, look at what you can get rid of, look at what you can tidy up or that's relevant, because sometimes there's stuff on there, which I found today, that is, really, really old and not relevant anymore. So get rid of the stuff that's not relevant and make sure that you have the most important things in your highlights that you want people to see when they come to your account. So a quick run through for those of you that have jumped on at the last minute. I did say I was going to keep you less than 10 minutes, but that you would be able to go away and take action. So first of all, what are highlights? Highlights are a really simple way for you to save your Instagram stories. They are like very small photo albums, but they are called highlights because they allow you to highlight the best bits of your stories, and they show just underneath your bio on your feed. And what can you use your Instagram highlights for? You can use them for absolutely anything you want. However, if you would like my advice, I would say testimonials, a bit about you and your business, maybe introducing your team, your best products, reviews, testimonials, results, all of those good things. And if you are still stuck for ideas and have no idea what to put in your highlights, then please do get in touch with me. As always, my inbox is open. So if you would like to drop me a message, please feel free to jump into my inbox. Let me know what business or niche you're in, and I will give you some ideas for what you can be using your Instagram highlights for. So if you haven't created any highlights, your job today is to go and create a highlight. And if you already have your highlights, your job today is to go and check them out, make sure they're all tidy, and maybe update them. So there you have it. Everything you need to know about Instagram highlights in just over 10 minutes. So that is it. Talk about impactful. I am in and out and deliver the goods. But before I leave you on this fine Thursday night, it's Tuesday. This is how excited I am to be here. So before I leave you on this fine Tuesday evening, I cannot go without letting you guys know that I have a brand new 14-day free Instagram challenge starting over in the Instagram gang on Facebook. I am going to be teaching you how you can create a year's worth of content in 14 days inside our free challenge, which is going to be starting in November. But the group is now open. I would love for you guys to come on over, introduce yourselves, and get to know the community before we start the challenge in November. And if you would like a direct link to the challenge, then drop the word Instagram gang into the comments and I will send you the link directly to your inbox. But that is it from me for this Tuesday evening. It has been amazing as always. Don't forget, I will be back here next Tuesday around about 7 p.m. and I cannot wait to see you guys then. So enjoy the rest of your evening and I will see you all again next week.